And yeah, I think I need to lower that volume. All right, Restream acknowledges our presence. What about Twitch? Are we on Twitch? I think we're on Twitch. Are we on YouTube? Yes. Okay. Welcome to Code Hunger number 238, where today I'm going to look at a couple other things. So, we're going to look into a couple items. We're going to look into sharing puzzle solves on Discord with image. So I'm going to look into how Discord stuff happens and works. Hey Keith, how you doing? Secondly, I want to look into in-app issue reporting, look into third-party issue reporting. Now, I've done something like this a long time ago, and it's basically like one of those little floaty icons on a website kind of things. I gotta look into what our third-party options are. If there's something I can just open source that I can run locally, that sort of stuff. And I think I also want to look into maybe scrolling dialogues. We've looked into that a little bit in the past. Just need to actually make it more specific. And I think, and we'll mark these with Thinky Games. So we're gonna do Thinky Games for these items. And then for Sudoku Pad, we might want to look into well, people want me to add a flag, so we're gonna say add flag to disable rule parser. And secondly, include selections into screenshots. And thirdly, there was a report recently where a screenshot wasn't screenshotting correctly, and I'm trying to remember who reported it and where. Was it Magical Sheep? Hey, just curious, you could change the format that when the window size is made smaller. Okay, no, that's probably for Project 9x9. Who and where did they report this? Okay. No. Oh, so much stuff. Okay, let's see. There was something with screenshots. James asked about the no, not James. Andrew Sarkis asked about the selection. Was it James? Let me just search for screenshot in the Discord. I've also today messed around a little bit with a kind of local script to kind of look through Discord to, for example, in my case, look. I was kind of, oops, that's my music. I was kind of curious if I could make a little script that pulls out my daily gas solves and then gives me like sort of stats. Anyway, but it might be used for other things as well. Okay, so screenshot. Can I not just search in Sudoku Pad? Screenshot in Sudoku Pad. Okay, so there's the one about the selection. Oh, did I get? Yeah, okay, so strong good question. Sometimes I see people post screenshots of my puzzle and other channels, often with both the original and static coloring. Oh, okay. Hey guys, hey Toby, hey babe. Everything alright? Okay, so James mentioned something about respect colors in screenshots. What exactly? Was it sometimes see people post screenshots of my puzzle and other channels, often with both the original aesthetic coloring and other coloring. Oh yeah. Respect color toggle in screenshots. So I think the point being, so I hope he posted the puzzle, So I'm assuming he's okay with me showing it on screen, even though I don't know if this is one. So basically, there's a setting, in this case, setting hide colors, which hides the aesthetic colors. So if we open the same thing without that setting, it looks like this. So for example, this cage has a blue background, but there's also my own coloring, right? This one is green, for example. Here, that blue and green is gone, but my own coloring remains. But I presume if I look at a screenshot, yeah, the coloring is back. So the screenshot doesn't respect that. You know what? That's a small one. Let's see if we can just go straight into that one, and let's see if I currently have any pending changes here. I hope not, after the recent patches and all that. So public staging. Now, I don't know if the screenshot, if this is going to be confined to just the screenshot tool. So update screenshot. That does a bunch of calculations for sizing and things like that. And it looks at this setting. Yeah, because somebody asked me if I can just ask the browser to give me what's there, but no, I cannot. And, you know, if I, for example, toggle this, it's obviously not what's on the thing behind. So, allowed settings is this. Settings class names is this. So if we go here and we look at this, so it's literally just looking at the settings classes on the body, because every setting adds a class to the body, right? So hide colors, allowed settings, join. So if I say, okay, I'm gonna have a copy of this local, and I don't think I'm even running the local server right now because I've been doing so much work elsewhere. I'm currently not, or I've decided for once, in the first time in like 5 years, to not always have the server running locally. Also because I don't really, there's a whole bunch of stuff I need to do with taxes right now, or I'm gonna get my butt kicked by the government. So I try to not get sucked into doing SudokuPad minor feature work while that is hanging over my head. But of course, the stream is different. Okay, so I should be able to do this. Add that to the URL. Don't know why that would be so slow. What's going on? Because I don't have the puzzle local. I haven't updated the... What? Ooh, what's going on? What the heck? What the heck? I don't even know where this is coming from. All right, 2 steps. I'm guessing for some reason it cannot load the puzzle, which is curious enough as it is. And then once it fails to load the puzzle, the pen tool fails. Okay, step 1. Let's look into this failure first. Because if I bring in the... wait a second, what? How? That checks local only? That's weird. Okay. Let's have a look. Oh, wait, where's that C thing? From the pen tool. It's gone now? Was it maybe without the setting? Something weird gone. No, okay. What? I thought it falls back to pulling from remote. Let me have a look at the puzzle loader quickly. No, that would be on my local server. All right, let's look at the server. And here is where it should be doing the fallback. So it's hitting here, I presume. Admin get puzzle. And it'll do get by short ID. So it'll look at the local database. I guess it doesn't do the fallback. I guess I haven't synced my database in a while. Because it's strange that it does a fallback to CTC legacy, which is bizarre, without doing a fallback to the local stuff first. So it does local. So shouldn't it even do a oh, let's look in here. Shouldn't it also do a fallback to like alpha and beta and all that stuff? Beta. Yeah, it should be looking at a whole bunch of paths, but I guess all of them will be not available. Okay, so we gotta do a couple of things here. Sorry about this. I haven't done the admin in a while because, yeah, so many other things to do. I think this is under the API scripts. So, we gotta run some script here. We gotta fetch production. No, not a backup. We gotta fetch. Or is this from CTC app? One sec. I gotta remember where this is. Yeah, a lot of this stuff should have been automated a long time ago. Fetch API dash production. Yeah, in the meantime, we should probably do all the other stuff as well, because it's it means I haven't done backups in a while. So we should have a Mongo tunnel. Where's the Mongo tunnel? Here? No, not investment codes. It should be under here. No. Under here? Yeah, that's what I thought. So that should create an SSH tunnel to the Mongo database on the production server. I'll probably have to wait for this to finish because that's probably a couple of gigabytes. That's probably, yeah, that's the other problem. These things are getting big. Sudoku pad.app production API du 2.1 gigabytes. Yeah, and it'll download it fairly slowly as well, which is a bit of a problem. Can I not do this? I should be able to do this, right? And then I should be able to do this from API, where I have all the backup scripts. Backup, puzzle, DB, AWS 4. That should create a backup, and then I have a restore puzzle database, but this might be quite slow. I hope this doesn't interfere with the stream. This, I don't know how long that'll take. In the meantime, can I do something here? I could just load that one puzzle. If I do... If I just refresh this, right? And I go in wherever API here is, API, which I'm guessing is this, and I'll just do this, right? And then I'll just do puzzle ID equals. I never implemented hash handling here, which I've always been wanting to do, because I think that circumvents the URL length. Actually, it doesn't. It just circumvents what it sends to the server. Okay. And then this can go here. Right. So we can now go back here and finally do something useful. All right, so I wanted to look at these settings class names and just see what the filtering actually produces at the end. Oh, I'm realizing I'm running a stylus script that was shrinking some of the buttons, so I gotta disable one of these. I don't know which one. If I go here, manage. I think, is this one? No, is this one? Yeah, this one. Everything. I guess it only makes sense. We're starting with HRB keygames.com. I think it only makes sense for these. Okay. So now we can go in here and we can go to the screenshot tool and settings class names is empty. That is not what I expected. Now if I go here and do that, that is not empty. Okay, so because only these two are available. All right. So the setting is called hide colors. So if we're allowed, so here, this is the list of settings that are basically allowed, right? So const allowed set. We probably want to put this somewhere up here. C.allowed, or allowed is the wrong word, but this is basically the list of settings that the screenshot tool includes. So we have no grid, we have dashed grid, and now brand new, ladies and gentlemen, we have no hide colors with a British spelling for some reason. That's fine. All right, and then we'll do this. We'll do that. We also want to do, I want to just double check all of these. So if I do this, right, and then I make a new regexp, which is basically going to be this setting dash in braces, and then it'll be our loud settings joined by a pipe symbol. Now, this is not giving us escaping. Why do we include the empty setting here? I am not sure. I am not sure. Wouldn't it match? I think it's or empty. Why would we want to match just setting with nothing there? That seems so odd. Well, for now, let's keep that there. It's a bit weird. Let's do it this way. We're gonna make this a new variable, and then we're just gonna do settings 2, settings 2, and we'll do that. It's still weird. It's still a bit weird. I'm not gonna lie. So, screenshot. All right. How do people drink with a microphone in front of their face? You guys? Oh, wow, you can't even see the microphone. I didn't realize it was that low. I used to be much more intimate with my microphone. Maybe that's why it's in my way more, because it's too far away. Okay, so now we have these two. Let us get rid of this and check if the two regular expressions are the same now. Yes, they are. What I'd like to do, what I'm gonna do, instead of doing this filter here, I'm actually gonna do something a bit different. I'm gonna go through this, and then we're gonna do name, and then we'll do console.log name, and then the 2 outcomes with the second one here as well. And that'll look a bit different, like that. So we got a bunch of true. Actually, what we're going to do is we want to make sure they're all the same. Right. I still don't understand how this doesn't match other settings. Like doesn't this, so if I take this might be a bit small for you guys. Ooh, that might be a bit too big for me. So imagine I'll take, is that on screen? Ugh, almost not quite. Oh no. Yeah, so imagine I'll take something like the string setting dash toolpen, and then I'll test it against a regular expression that says start with setting dash. Wouldn't that come back as true? And it's the other way around. Yeah, that's true. Now, if I say setting X or nothing, it's still true. Then why are they not all passing through? They are all passing through. Then I really don't understand. Setting class names. Then I do not understand what's happening here. Allowed settings, no grid, dash grid, or anything. All right. Okay, I'm a little confused. This doesn't seem to do what I thought it should do. Count A. So let's count the number of settings that are returned by this, and then let's count also the number of settings that are returned after the filter here. Like that. So if I do this, and we go back here, and our window is shrinking, and the buttons are getting smaller, it's the same. So I don't actually understand this correctly. It feels like I was wanting to do this, and then I ended up not doing it. Can I do a git blame here? Can I do a git blame on the original file? So I'm gonna do this quickly. I hope I can do this on stream without shooting myself in the foot. Because nobody likes a foot gun, right? Alright, feature screenshot line 180 something. And I want to know where this got blamed. Where's the git blame? You git blame here. So basically I want to know what I was thinking when I made this change, or if this was like there from the start and I just never actually implemented it. And then the mystery is why it doesn't just work if that setting is getting included. So 180 something. Here. Honor setting no grid. So it seems like my intent was to honor the setting, but ooh, maybe this is the important part. Maybe that's what matters. So in puzzle tools, which is where the core screenshot stuff is stored, mostly because it's used in many different places. It's not there anymore though. CSS. So dash grid. So it's not included here. It seems like this might be the more important part. Interesting. All right, so if we add hide colors here, colors, then maybe this is what we really need. So if I go now back to screenshots, hide colors equals 1. Seems to ignore it though. Hide colors. Oh. Because that's not a hash after all. Yeah, hide colors is like that. And then here it's also like that. So that's what we actually need. We don't actually need to change anything here. It's weird that I did that. Because I'm guessing this will still work the same. Although it might break other things, because I don't know what other settings might be doing. No grid dash grid, yeah. So if I if we just swap these for a sec here, that'll work again. But it might break other things now, which is ridiculous. Okay, I don't like where this is going. Because I feel like I'm potentially, like, I don't want to fix something that ain't broke. Like, it is working, but there's obviously code there that doesn't need to be there. But I also don't want to deal with that right now. So if I do this, right, we go back to this. This has this weird freaking clause. Oh, wait, what? It was always like that? Okay, my voice just did a weird rattle. I feel now like I really don't know what's happening. Allowed settings. So if I go to this file, view file, right? And if I go history, can I go to a specific? No. I guess I gotta go blame. Basically, I want to walk along the history of this particular line here. View get blame, right? So now I should be able to walk forward and backwards in time, right? Right? Or am I misunderstanding? Because that is not what it's right now, right? If I go back to the file, I want to go back to this file. Is there no link? Yeah, we want to go to this file on main, right? We go back to 180 something, or it's different now. So it's this. Can I look at the changes to this file, or the previous change, I guess? Oh, I wish it would take me back to the line. Okay, so there was never that there, so I'm just being silly. So we gotta bring some. No. We gotta bring some stuff back because this actually makes sense. We confirmed that our other implementation here is equivalent. So that thing didn't make sense. I somehow must have accidentally edited it and never double checked, which is also a little silly. So if I do this now, and we look at our GitHub diff, so we now basically just moved these two items into a list up here, replaced them down here, and adding hide colors. So allowed settings is now a constant list. And we're turning it into a regular expression that should match. And then we should, by putting a $sign here, I think the reason there's no $sign here is because I think some settings, yeah, so they put the value of the settings afterwards, like dash on, or if it's, let's say, the mode, which 2-letter mode, the value's after a dash. So in theory, I think it's guaranteed there'll be a dash and then potentially a value. I'm realizing that there might be settings that have the same prefix that start like shown or tool or hide solved. So if there's a setting hide and then hide solved and then maybe hide solved something, we probably need to look for that dash there. The problem is we don't know the number of potential, like I can't say on and off because you know, like I think like alt letter, any text can come after the dash. I think there's no dashes in settings names though. Fog anim test paths. Yeah, no. So we know that there could be a optional dash dot plus, and then we can guarantee there'll be a $1 here. I believe this is accurate. And then if I output that, it shouldn't just blow up into my face, but it should show something reasonable, and that'll fix that. And if we toggle the setting for hide colors, which I believe we can do here despite the command line, and then we go back to screenshot, it should now look like this. Cool. I think that should do fulfill James' request. Now, one of the problems I have is obviously that any setting I change here doesn't get changed there. So we probably want to maybe make a note there. So if changed, this must correlate with that. Why is my music paused? Did it just go through the whole playlist? That doesn't make any sense. Oh, maybe when I shuffled it, it was playing close to the end of the playlist. Yeah, that's what happened and reached the bottom and it's not looping. Okay, fair enough. All right, so I believe this is actually a genuine new feature. Well, micro feature, whatever you want to call it. So I believe we can actually push this somewhere. Ooh. Since this, so the database backup happened, I guess it's completed, right? Then I'm going to close the tunnel so I don't accidentally restore. PuzzleDB back. Trying to remember what I want to restore exactly here. So we're on the API scripts. We want to restore. Okay, so if we do that, that should update the local database from the most recent backup. And let's just quickly check if we have enough disk price free. Yes, we do. And in the meantime, bump minor, because you can't make me get to version 1.0. You just can't make me. I am the boss of me. Do I don't even know. I haven't tagged these versions recently properly, I think. I'm a little discombobulated at the moment. Apologies. Respect height setting hide colors in screenshots. Boom. All right. Now somebody else mentioned selections in screenshots. Whoop, 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 whoop. So if I do this, right, Currently, obviously, it's not gonna include the selections. Can we though? Let's see. Let's see. So, what happens right now with the selections? Is it just a layer? I don't even know. So, if I output the SVG here, at this point, I don't even know how far along we'd be in terms of generating the SVG data. So let's see, if I do this, right? Underlay, values, underlay, grids, errors, overlays. Where is the selection? Is that selection in a separate layer? Is it cell highlights? No. Maybe it is. It is cell highlights. Okay, so maybe we have a layer of a list of layers that are being included or excluded. Okay, so puzzle to SVG. Puzzle to SVG. So puzzle to SVG. One second. I don't have enough space. I'll be honest. So we are pulling attributes to save. We are get content bounds, SVG elements. So serializer, exclude, include, class name, thumb settings exclude dot includes, thumb settings exclude. We should really have the include there as well. Is that maybe a reason not to do this here? Yeah, maybe we shouldn't be doing this here. Yeah, why are we doing this here? Like we're handling an exclude. We already have a correlation there. So I'm guessing the settings really should be completely handled in here. Okay. The other thing I want to see is why are certain layers excluded or included? And at what point is that happening? So attributes to save. Res, serialized series SVG element. Set attributes class. Style. So I'm gonna... Is it maybe that opening it deselects it things? Screenshot. Copy. No. They're just in here. Presumably excluded specifically. Okay, that makes things super easy actually, because I just don't need to do that. So if I search for, nope, highlights here, that's just part of the static style. Okay. So we really just need to pass through an additional setting that the puzzle thingamajig here supports. All right, so trim. Show selection true. If I do this, right, and then up here, wherever we are looking at the options. So if we do this, ops.show selection. How do you like my streams of subject A? Let's do B, C, D, and E. And maybe we'll look at A. Oh dear. Okay, so if I go here, before we outputting all this, this is true. And where are we using the thing where the highlights are actually being excluded, which is here. So, boom. That's just getting added at the bottom. In where? Which function does this? Style rules, get SVG CSS. Style rules, get SVG CSS. I think we need to add an options here. And we'll just pass options in here. And then we'll do something like that. Like that. And then we have the default rules, but we'll just pull this out separately. Vector effect non-important. So at the bottom here, we could just say we could do something like plus opts hide select show selection. If we do that, we'll do this. Else we'll add this with a you know \n kind of thing in here. And then we don't have it up here. We'll just do this. And we'll probably like, let's not have a line break in here. We'll just do this for now. So if I do this, well, that should already do the trick, right? So if I do this, screenshot, no, it breaks completely. All right. Cannot read properties of undefined reading show selection. Isn't that what the question mark is for? Window.x question mark dot y. Yeah. Cannot read property of undefined reading show selection. The question mark it seems to ignore. Ops question mark, or is it dot? What? No, the question mark is before the dot. Yeah. Why? Okay. If I have a variable that doesn't exist at all, x is not defined. So you cannot use... That's weird. JavaScript optional property on undefined. Optional chaining on undefined. Sort of null and verb speed test is null. Person predominant null. Parents undefined. Let person. I'm sorry, let's do her. Optional chaining on undefined function argument fails. Optional chaining, the function argument fails. Off throwing type error is not a function. On function. Yeah, that's wrong. Okay, optional chain. Why does it not work on an undefined function argument? Let's ask Gemini. Why does the optional function, optional chain, the JavaScript optional chaining syntax completely fail on an absent function argument, such as in function opts return opts question mark dot prop if opts isn't used at all. Because it feels like it shouldn't. Call without argument. Service argument assigns opts the value of undefined. Designed to check the value of its immediate left. Yes. Well, is null or undefined. The operating meter stops. Short circuit is undefined. Short circuits. It never attempts to look for prop. One of these scenarios. Elsewhere, opts is missing. Maybe it's because of this. Now I'm curious. That's a weird failure scenario. Reading show selection. If I have a function and I say a b console.log b a question mark dot x b question mark dot y. If I do this, so this should work. Okay, so if that works, what's going on here? Question mark 1 2. Can I get some syntax highlighting in here, please? Looks so dull otherwise. That also works. A plus this also works. The frick? Return ABC. So we have a return ABC, and then we're adding that on, and we have that in braces, right? Like this. Okay. Opts. Oh, I'm an idiot. Okay. Wow. Talk about running myself in silly circles. Okay. So I just had a second place where I was using that without using the optional chaining. And that's what broke it. Okay. Style sheets is not iterable. How? What? How did I break that now? Yeah, that's undefined. Sure. How is style sheets not iterable? Line 290. Okay. Presumably style sheets here is something. Oh, because blah, blah, blah. So ops. Because I passed in the ops right away. So I need to explicitly pass in undefined if I use ops. And that still might not work. Because the undefined might not... No, it does work. Okay. So if I do this now, and then go back here and do this, it does show that... But what we're seeing here is, I believe, the default selection style. So, I guess we can take a closer look at that quickly. So, highlights. Cell highlight. The cell highlight RGB fill, and it doesn't happen here. Why? If I could look at cell highlights and cell highlights, we do get a fill, and then we'll get a visibility hidden. And this style comes from setting selection. So there we go. That's another setting we want to be including. Now, previously, not so much, not a big deal. So selection, and then we want to add it to here. And that stuff definitely should also move in here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do to do move settings into, it just needs to go into pt dot whatever, pt dot puzzle to svg. Like fiddling with it after the fact, after we've done the built the svg, is just, it's not great. So we have a selection, screenshot, there we go. And because I sometimes forget that we have alternative selection styles, if they're even still in here. Do we even have those? Do we even alternative? I don't even remember. Selection style, yeah. So if I do this, for example, right? And it'll be like this, and I look at import export screenshot. Oh yeah, that carries over. Cool. I wonder if anybody actually uses. I remember once considering removing it, and somebody said like, "Oh, I use it." But I did change the default to blue cage. I do like that. Cool. So if I now refresh this, right, and I select a bunch of stuff, and then I go to screenshot. Now, yeah, okay. So we don't want this to be just always like that. We want to add like a little toggle here. Trim white space. Where's that? Here. So we probably just add that under blank puzzle. So we'll call this trim blank selection. Show selection. Options. Show selection. Option. Show selection. And the options, load options. Where is load options? Okay, I don't think these options are explicitly mentioned in here. So if I do this again, go here, show selection off. Now, this does reload, this does not. Why? Why? Handle options change. SS option underscore. SS option underscore. Handle option change. Update screenshot. Let's see if update screenshots has been called at all. So if we do this here, we wanna stop outputting this SVG. It's just too chunky. Wherever we are doing, where are we doing this? Here. Yeah, let's not do that for a sec. So we have a selection, and we do this, and then we toggle. It does run update, but well, nothing changes. But it doesn't seem to be running. Huh. Weird. Weird. Okay, current options. If I do this and also output whatever this is, because if that doesn't change, there's probably somewhere else where I need to make a change to make it respect this. They're the same. So it's not part of current options. Options, which explicit. Explicit, okay. show selection. So if I do it now, oh, we need some selection. It's still that's weird. Let's see. Is it really this set options? Is it really not present in here? I don't see it. Okay, so this is options doesn't seem to get updated. Options change. We looked into this. Set option. lm.id match. All right, let's do that. Whoops. Screenshot. Toggle. Show selection. Set option. Is it in set option then? Options. Trim blank file name. Show selection. So we do a surprising amount of validation here. Maybe this should just be default. Like, maybe we just do that. And I don't think we need a colon for default for some reason, which case switch default case. What is the default case syntax? Gosh, I sometimes I feel like, why am I suddenly looking up default? So no case default. We do need the colon, but we don't need case. God darn it. Dang it. Dash, dang it. All right. Screenshot. Toggle. Nope. Toggle. Interesting. Oh yeah, blank puzzle wouldn't have the selection in it. Makes sense because it undoes our replay. So now is it still? It still shows this as true. Options show selections. Wait, this set options show selection true. Show selection true. Now if I toggle it, so clear that, toggle it, show selection false, true. Why does the update screenshot happen a second time? It happens here from handle option change and here from handle. Why does handle option change fire twice? Does it always fire twice? It looks like it. Why the hell is it doing that? Handle option change and input. Are they both getting triggered? Oh, I hate that. I hate that so much. How can I test this quickly? If I do this, and I'll do console.log change, comma, event, and then we'll do something similar for input here. Input, because it's either something related to this, or it is that I opened the dialog twice and I'm not removing the event handlers correctly. All right. So we go here. Wait, clear. Boom. So we get input and change. Shoot. Did it for all of them twice? Annoying. If I clear, I do this. Input only. Input only. So maybe we don't need the change event. But I have a feeling this will probably break on some weird other system, or maybe on Safari or some bollocks. But doing it twice, especially where I know that some bigger puzzles, that process can be really slow. Blank puzzle off. Trim white space on. So show selection on. If I leave here, do this, create a selection, go back here. It'll do it only once. Once. Clear. Once. Okay. Okay. So the show selection thing is changing. We just still have it hard coded somewhere. And I believe it is here. Now we can just do this. Right? So if I do this, and then I'll do screenshot, and then I'll do this. Yes. Okay. Now, I don't know how much I messed with stuff here. So let's see if we can get rid of all of this noise. So we've added show selection here, we've added show selection here. We don't need that down there. And we probably don't need everything down here either. Hopefully that won't screw us up. Hopefully. We've added the setting here. We've added here. We've added the allowed setting here. We've added some more commentary. Yeah, we can leave this out because we should just do this. This is the more sensible thing. And then here, we did a couple of things, right? So we output something here. We output something here. We changed this. We changed this here. And then we added this down here. Okay, that looks fairly reasonable. So if I refresh this now, we shouldn't get spam down here. We can do a selection, screenshot, toggle, right? And then I can go in here and I can say visual, hide colors off, and then I can go back in here, screenshot. Look at that. I mean, I don't want to replicate that. Like, I don't want to have a hide colors toggle here. But that's kind of cool. Now, if I go blank puzzle on, the selection will disappear. Let us play this puzzle quickly. So then we have a bit of replay data and we can look at it like that. Trying to remember, it had a little bit of a trick there. It wasn't too hard, but it wasn't super easy either. Because I believe there's something about the 1 and 3s, right? Because, for example, this can't have a 1 or a 2 in it. Or it can't have a 1 in it, right? This can't have a 1 in it. So we know the 1s are here. And we have the same situation here. Now, if the 1 is here, it'll be here and it'll be here. And if the 1 is not there, it's in the other direction, right? So first of all, I don't think we can ever have a 1 here. Because if there's a 1 here, then we have a 1 here, and no space for 1s here. So this can't be a 1. And I think the same is true for this side. But it also means there's always a 1 in this, and there's always a 1 here. Now the 2 is slightly less constrained because we could have technically a 2 here, but it aligns with this. So if there's a 2 here, then we have a 2 here, 2 here, 2 here. So I don't think we could ever have a 2 here. Because if this is a 2, then that's a 2, 2 here, no 2s, right? So that can't be a 2. So the 2 is here and here, and I guess it's here and here, and we basically have the same situation. So that's always a 1, 2, 3, and that's always a 1, 2, 3, which means that can never be a 1, 2, 3. And I think there's something else we're pointing at. Let me quickly do this one because that one has quite a restriction here. So there's a 5, 7 here. So we have a 6. There was another 6 somewhere? No. Okay. 8 and 9. 8 or 9. 8 or 9. Oh, we'll look in that for in a second. Trying to remember if that... I'm pretty sure this always had to be a 1, 2, but I think it was because we were able to eliminate the 2 from here. Because we don't necessarily have a 9 in here. But I think there's something with this square where these cells sort of communicate. So we have a 1, 2, 3 here. We have a 1, 2, 3 here. Oof. Why can't I remember how that went? So 3, 8, 9. 3, 8, 9. There's something like this digit. If it's a high digit, like an 8 or 9, it would have to go here, here. So this has an 8 or 9, this has an 8 or 9. So we cannot get rid of the 8 or 9s here. So some of the 8 9s need to be here. Not sure. We definitely have a 9 here. One of these two is a 9. One of these two... Not sure if that means anything though. This one also has an 8 or a 9 in it, which kind of overlaps with these somehow. Ah, wait a second. This has an 8 and a 9. This has an 8 or a 9. Could have an 8 and a 9. And it would cause something in this column. I don't remember exactly. All right, let's fill these in just to help me with the thinky bits. And this one is 4 above. If this is a 4, 8, 9 though, then 8 and 9 needs to be here. Okay, that's fair. These two is a 9. One of these two is a 9. This can't have a 1 on it. 1 is here or here. 1 is here or here. Yeah. Okay. This makes sense now. We cannot have 1 and 2 here, because then this would have to both be 3. So there's 1 of 1 or 2 here, which means... Could there ever be a... Like, this can't be 1, 2, in other words. So there needs to be a 3 here. And I think the same is true here. This can't be 1, 2. So 1 of 1 and 2 is to be here, which means the 3 needs to be here, because the other 1 of 1 and 2 is here. We can't have the 3 here as well. So that means that's the 3. And now that takes a 3 out of here. And I believe we have the same issue here, up here. Like, because there's a 1 or a 2 here. It means we gotta have a 3 here, and the same thing. So that's a 3, right? And now we know there's a 3 here, and we know that's a 3, 8, 9. And we have the same situation here. So that's not an 8, 9, and that's not a 6, 7. And now we can't have an 8 or 9 here. And we can't have an 8 or 9 here. And now, whoops, the 7 we could have. But it means it pulls the 2 out of here, which makes this a 1, 2. Now we have a 1, 2 pair here. We have a 1, 2 pair going through here. These two are 4, 5, 6, 7. So they pair with a 4, 6. So this is 1, 2, 4, 5. And this is 1, 2, 4, 5. 1, 2. One of these is 4, 5. One of these is 4, 5. Could even be this one. Fair enough. 3. This one. Now we know it has an 8 or a 9 in it, and we know this has an 8 or 9 in it. Can this be an 8 or 9? So if this is an 8 or 9, then there's no 8 or 9 here. 8 or 9? No, it could be. So as long as this is not the 4, 8, 9. Because if this has an 8 and 9, this can't be an 8 or 9, this can't be an 8 or 9. Then this would have to be a 3, and this would have to be a 3. It's not actually a big deal. So maybe this could still have a full 8 or 9 in it. Okay. This digit has to be in here somewhere. This digit is also here. So let's give this digit, and that's probably where the color hiding comes in. If we give this digit a we give this digit a yellow, then it's here and here. And then this one, sorry, this is the red, right? Oh no, this is actually orange. This one is here and here. Does that help us? Not really. What was I hoping to accomplish here? I'm not sure. Yellow is got to be in here somewhere. Also a matter of course. One of these is 9. We don't necessarily have a 6 in here though. Okay. Was there something in this one? I don't recall. All right, 8 or 9. So yellow can't be here, and red can't be here. Where would the yellow go up here? Oh no. 3, 8, 9. Could this be 8, 9 with that being the 3? Could this be red and yellow? I suppose. I mean, this couldn't be yellow. It sees this one. Alright, so we definitely have something between this and this. So 6, 7, 8, is that possible? Because then we have 2 6s, 2 7s, and 2 8s between these, which is fine, I suppose. This one has to be here. This one has to be here. Also meaningless. The 6, 7 in here is the same as this one. Also not really very interesting. This one's got to be in here. This one's got to be in here. Wait a second. No 1 or 2 here. But there's also no 1 or 2 here. No 1 or 2 here. There could be a 1 or 2 here. No 1 or 2 here. No 1 or 2 here. This cannot be here. It cannot be here. So this digit is here. So yeah, let's this is maybe where people might have been hiding the colors. Let's try that out. So we'll go to visual. We'll go hide colors. Now we can use colors ourselves. So we can make this, for example, and then we know this is green. This is purple, green, purple, green, purple, purple, green. Okay, so that gets us a 1, 2 here. Excellent. That's a green. Got a purple up here. So this doesn't necessarily have a 1 or 2 in it, but definitely doesn't have a green in it. This one we don't know yet what it is. Green, 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 green. So that's green. Also 1 or 2. So then that's green. Okay. Okay, so that's green. That's not green. Do we have something similar going on with the purples? Oh, in fact, this has to be the purple now. So that's not purple. And then the purple here is in one of these. Can we do something similar elsewhere? Purple could be in any of those. Okay, that's not super helpful. And then any of those. Purple is here or here. Gave us these two. Got a 1, 2 here. Oh, wait. This cannot be this one now. So it doesn't have a 9 in it. Not sure if that means anything though. Could still have an 8 in it. Could still have 1, 3, 8. Could still be a 1, 3, 8. 1, 2. So there's a purple here. Like purple could be here and here. Like it doesn't necessarily have to be in here. That's the only concern I have at this stage. This 4, 5. Does that correspond? 1, 2, 4, 5. 4, 5, 1, 2, 4, 5. These can no longer be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 6, 7, 8, 9. This So 6, 7, 8, 9, 6, 7, 8, 9. 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 4. I'm missing one. I'm missing something here. So 4 and 5 go in here. We have 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 5. And then we have 4 more. Yeah, okay, because I set both of these selected. Right. 4 more. Fair enough. It's funny because the 11 points this way, but here it points downwards. So everything's a little different. This one, there's something about this one because there's probably something with a 6, 7, 8 option here, which probably can't be, but I'm not sure why. Also, there can't be a 3 here. And there can't be a 3 here. Oh, okay. I'm silly. That's a 3 then. And now there is an 8, 9 in the row. And now we have a 3 up here together with the 1 and 1 and 2. No 8, 9 here. No 8, 9 here. We don't know if this no, this could be 1, this could be 7 and like this could be 7 and 6 and then 8 here. So I was just thinking if we could exclude stuff from there. That 3, can we do something similar here? 3, like 3 can't be here. It could be here, but it could still be here. 3. 3, 3, 3 here. He's here. Made progress, but we're stuck again. This is a 6, 7. Oh, wait, that means there can't be a 6 or 7 here. So that's not a pure 8 or 9. So if this is a 6, that's a 7. But that's a pure 8, 9, which means that's not an 8, 9 anymore. Which means we have one of 8, 9 here, and we can't have both of them here. So this can't be a 4, and this can no longer have a 4 in it. Which means now the 4 is up here. It does have a 7 in it now. Like, one of 8, 9 is here, so there can't be any 8, 9s here. Can't be any 8, 9s here, so that's an 8, 9 now. Which means now we've got the 3 here. Which means now we have a 3 here. We have a 3 here. 3 here. Right, and that can no longer be purple. Which means now that's the purple 1, 2 here. Interesting. Now that's no longer 1, 2. And that's no longer purple. And these are no longer corner marked. Okay. This 4, 5 needs to be here now. This 4, 5 needs to be here. 6, 7, 8, 9. So either... So 4, 5, 6, 7. 4, 5, 6, 7 go here. The other of 8, 9 goes here now. It can't go here. Which means now there's no 8, 9 here, no 8, 9 here. So both of 8, 9 go here. So no 8, 9s here, no 8, 9s here. So this cannot have an 8 in it anymore. It still doesn't necessarily have a 1 or 2 in it. Which is crazy. Alright. Alright. What are we doing? What are we doing here? So these 4 are 4, 5, 6, 7, but the 4s can't live here because we need a 4 up here. Does it say anything about our 5s? 4, 5, 6, 7. One of these is 1, 2. The other one is from 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we can exclude 6, 7 from down here. So this is now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is not super helpful. We don't even need a 6, 7. It could still be from 3, 4, 5. Let's have a quick look where the 3s can go. 2s. We know one of these is a 9. But we don't know if the other one is an 8. We haven't excluded... Like, this could still be a 6. 6, 7, 9 could be the option here. And then this would be an 8, 9 pair. An 8, 9 here, 8 or 9 here. We have 8, 9 up here, which means there's only two, in this column, there's only 2 places for 8 or 9. So this can't be a 6 anymore, and this has to be an 8, 9. So now 8, 9 with a 5 here. 5 here. Which doesn't do very much right now. Puts a 5 over here. Oh, no, it doesn't, because it could still be here. That's interesting, though. That doesn't correlate with anything either. And it doesn't even look at this or anything in here properly. This is 4, 5, 6, 7. Ah, it can't be 6, 7. This row is kind of interesting now. 6, 7 here, 8, 9 here. One of these is 1, 2. The other one is 4, 5. And the third one is 3. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's what we get here. Okay. Not as exciting as I'd hoped. 5, 6, 7. So one of 8, 9 here. Could there be one of 6, 7? Yes. And there could still be a 5 as well. 4. Oh, these can't be 4. So 4 is here. Okay, and that makes it 2. So now suddenly these are all 2s. And these are all 1s. Got a 1 here. 2. It can no longer be a 4. 5. No longer be a 5 here. Now that's a 5. Okay, that pins this down. So now this is 8, 9, 9, 8, 9, 8, 9, 8. And we got a whole bunch of digs in here. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 8, 8, 8, 9. Okay. 4's in here. 6, 7. So 1, 3, 4 goes in here. Now this is 7 or 9, no longer 6. 6, 7, 7. 6, 5. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. 5 in the middle here. 6, 8, 9, so that's a 7. 8, 6. 6, 8. Then 6, 9, 8. 9. 5, 6, 5. 6, 7. 1, 4. 1, 4, 7. And these two are 1, 3, 4. Okay. These two are... Wait, that's a 5. I'm not sure, actually. These two are 7, 8. And these three are 2, 3, 6. Okay, and then these three are 1, 4, 8. No, 1, 4, 5. Alright. 8, 9. Second. So 6 goes here. Then this is 1, 3, 4, 2. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4, 7, 6, 4. No, 6, 6, 9. 8, 9. 7, 8. 8. 7 goes here. These two are now 2 and 5. And this one now can no longer have a 2 in it. Can no longer have a 7 in it. Gotta have a 5 in it. Can't have a 6 in it. So 3, 4, 5. So it is the 3, 4, 5 after all. Look at that. Alright, and I think that finishes it. Ooh. 4, 1. Now, we want to test the screenshotting. So if I do a screenshot now, and I'll say open Photopea, for example, it gives us the selection. And if I toggle the selection, I say open Photopea. Hey, look at that. Very easy. Easy peasy. Easy peasy beautiful. There we go. Okay, let's clean this up and push it. I think this is good enough. All right, we'll do the same minor bump. And this is version 608.0. Add selection to screenshot. Cool. Let us... I think we want to deploy this, right? to beta. Yeah, I'm a little concerned about the next release just because of all the hot patching. So, if we now go... what can I solve quickly on beta? Today's gas, maybe? Doesn't have background colors. So we can't test that. By the way, in the burger menu, open on beta, do it, help me out, report bugs. That way we can avoid something like the Christmas disaster, where my Christmas release was unfortunately buggy in ways that I didn't test for. All right, so what do we look here? These don't look like standard arrows, do they? Digital circle is the average of the digital along the attached arrow. So excuse me. High average. If we have 2 9s, what's the smallest we can get? 2 average. If it's 1 1, to get a 2 average, we need to reach 6. So 4 is the highest digit we can get. Right, for 2 average. For an 8 average, if we have 9 9, like for an 8 average, we need to reach a sum of 24. So 9 9 would be, well, you can 9 9. So 9 8 would be 17. So 24 minus 17 is 7. So 7 is the lowest we can get on an 8 average arrow. Something like that. And then 3 average, with a 6 already on it. 3 average, it's a sum of 9. So these two need to be 3. So it's just 1 2. And then 4 average is bigger. 3 average without a 1 on it. So 2 3 is 5. So 4 is the highest. 2 3 4. And it basically has to be 2 3 4. And then to get a 6 average with, so that's got to be a 5 6 7, right? We can't go higher. And these two are 8 9. Like that. And we have a similar situation here. Do we? 4. No, because we can't have 1 1 4. Yeah, what am I thinking? So it's 1 2, that's 3. 6 the max. So it's got to be 1 2 3, right? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. And the 4 average here is, if it's 4 5 6. Yeah, we can't have a 7 in there because we can't get lower than the 4. All right. 7 8. To get an 8 average of a 9 and a 7 and a 5 average 4 and a 6. And these 3 are 1 2 3. All right. 4 average out of 4 digits. So 1 2. So 4 average. So 4 times 3 is 12. So 1 2 would be, no. 4 times 3 is 12. Yes. 1 2 would be. So it could be 1 2 9, but there's no 9. We could also say 4 and 7 is 11. 6. 11 times 6. No. We want an average of 11 over 6. No, I don't think that's true. Excuse me. The highest can be 7, so it's got to be 4 5 6. Like, and then 2 3, like that. And now we have this one getting resolved. I feel like they're slowly sort of sideline resolving there on their own. Yeah, no 8 here, so the 8's got to go there. 1 2 3 4 7 9. Right. 4 3, so that's 7 or 9. And that's 1 2 or 3. Okay. 3 goes here. Ciao, guys. 8 is the highest. Can have a 7, 6 5. So 4 and 8. 4 8 9 is too big, I think. 1 2 4 6, 7, 8. 4, 8, 4. Can we have the 8 on the arrow? If we don't have the 8 on the arrow, the largest we can have is 2, 4, and 9, which is 2. Actually, 6 times 3 is 18. 9 and 8 is already 7. 1, 8, 9 is 16, right? So we could have it on there. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we got a 9 here. I don't like these two arrows down here. The 4 by... wait a second. 1, 2 is taken. So the smallest is here is 3, 5, which already averages to 4. So this has to be 4 lower. It can't be 2 or 3, but it could be a 1. So it's a 1 or a 4. If it's a 4, it's a 1. 1 and 3 is 4. So this can be 8. This is a 1 or a 4. 7 without a 9. 7, 8. 6, 7, 8. It has to be 6, 7, 8, right? I think so. So now this is an 8, so this needs to be a 1. Okay, 1, 3, 2, and 7. These two are now 1 and 2. 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. And these two are 3 and 5. So 3 plus 5 is 8, which is an average of 4. So that's got to be a 4. That's 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 9. And then finally, got a 1 here, 4 here, 5 here, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's a 3. All right. So that worked. If I screenshot now, import, export, screenshot, we can enable the selection. It removes the blank puzzle. So if they want a blank puzzle with selection, they just need to reset the puzzle basically and then add the selection. Okay, I am happy with that. So we haven't done that. To be fair, these were a bit easier. So we've done that. And we have done that. Cool. Third-party issue reporting. Bug report. Capture and bug reports. Bug report. Bug submission tool. Open source bug submission tool. Open source web bug submission tool. Bug reporting tool. Open source help desk software, free bug tracking tool online. Open source self-hosted. Coda.io, no. No. Shortcut. No. No. Alright, let's see. GitHub awesome self-hosted. Okay. Plain SO. Let's have a look. Project management for your entire org. It sounds like a little bit more than what I'm looking for. Solutions. Government. Start to sales. Get started for free. That's always a bit. Yeah, I don't want to put something huge on there. Software development, project management. Ticketing, task manager, to-do list. Oh, this is sort of somebody's collection of stuff. Low code, Lightweight software forge scaling, GitLab, GOGS, all in one project management platform. Project management, plain self-host, Git service, written, go. Website, issue reporting tool. Website user issue reporting tool. Open source help desk app. Odoo, no. Inspectlet. Inspectlet. Stop guessing what your visitors want. This is just recording what the user does. It tells you what this is why. No. Feedback bar. Visual website feedback. Oh, okay, here we go. So I'm guessing this is something where I can press a button and it lets me scribble on a page. Huh? Reporting an issue. Wait, what? Looks like some. What are we talking about here? Okay, report issue. Who's it for? Software. Website feedback. Okay, is there a free version? I mean, not just a free trial, like an open source. So, open source alternative to marker.io. Free bug tracking software. Open source helps shortcut fast issue tracking. Linear. Looking for soft marker alternative. Here we go. Reddit to the rescue. Oh my god, I'm getting text documentation ads now. Did you find anything that meets your needs? I think similar. Hmm. One second. Marker I, mainly what marker I should running Docker, get Octopus to connect project manager tools. Okay, did you find any? Not yet. 3 years ago. Gosh. Okay, here we go. Very limited free use. Tracy Bug Cop. What? TracyBugCop.com. Install Tracy. Point and click bug reporting that doesn't cost megabucks. Used daily by hundreds of developers, used by NBA Australia and digital assets. Please change this text to Tracy is the best. Is this is just a extension. Hard Trell and all of its features. So this is running as a Chrome extension. Trace is a visual bug reporting tool for the web. You visually point with the issue track bugs in the browser and then manage the issue using Trello. Yeah, I don't think this is for end user facing. Fall downs, issue management with Trello, Excel, Spucker, and Jira are also quite pricey. How do I set it up? Install Chrome extension. So we do need, or is that just for the recipient? To this list, you want to manage your bug. Okay, so this is in-house stuff. No, it's not public facing. Free. Per month, usability, up to 5 users, 1 project, 5-page unlimited guests, all project types. Rutley, what does this do? Website feedback. So how does that work? Pinky games.com/dailies. Add page. Because that's something maybe I might even add to SudokuPad for puzzle responses or something. 1 active guns, 1 guest reviewers, unlimited puzzle. How it works. Why does it ask me to log in for the how it works? No, I don't want to log in. I want to know how it works. Puzzle helps you get project approval fast into your best work. Can we bump this? No, this is for in-house. End user facing feedback tool. Decisions.com. No. No, no, no. Here we go. 19, but it's by probably a company that are pushing their own tool. Let's see if I'm right. Yeah. Oh, our tool is the best, but here are some others. Yeah, no, these are Feature OS, features, free trial. Oh, free plan for up to 200,000 sessions. Pro plan 49, little custom price, pro plan French price. Up to 200,000. That's not terrible. Free plan, but it's more analytics, which we don't really want. Free plan for basic tracking. Yeah. Feature feedback reporting tool. Is there anything that's not just like an ad? User snap. I'm trying to remember what I used a long time ago, but I mean, it's been so long. Pricing. Is there free pricing for user snap? No. No, there is not. Screen capture. I mean, it does fancy stuff, but we don't need fancy stuff. We just need a button that lets you fill in some stuff. I mean, I could probably put something together, but like, it's such a basic thing. Feedback in your app and boost user factor. What's your app feedback? In-app surveys, bug reports. In-app. What's in-app? Yeah, no, not app. On a website. Yeah, this is another ad. These are all ads. Free. Myself hosted and user facing. It's funny how this doesn't trigger AI like an AI response. You'd think the AI would be good for that. Okay, Astuto. Is not maintained anymore. See this issue. Thanks for everyone for the support. Okay. Last week. Astuto is now officially unmaintained. Astuto 26 my bachelor's thesis in computer engineering. Site responded on Reddit and received some positive feedback. I tried to make a small SaaS business out of Astuto and wants to experiment. Everything, blah, blah, blah. In the future, I suggest Fighter. All right, what's Fighter? Fighter, open source feedback web app for feature requests and suggestions. Maybe self-hosted. I've been surprised how hard it was. I mean, it's funny because this sort of stuff in the earlier internet, like 20 years ago, was actually more common. And then everybody wants to assess it and build a big thing. And then they keep adding things, and then it becomes too complex and too expensive to actually build and maintain. And then they have to make it a service, and then it's not interesting anymore. And then it has to do more because you're charging money for it. And then before you know it, you've kind of missed what you were trying to do. I've been there too. Fighter board's title. Give a place to submit feedback. What is the free? Only there is a fair use policy of 250 feedback requests. It's more than most people will ever need. Get content moderation and limited feedback items. What does it look like? Like, I don't really want to run a board or anything. It's more about what it looks like on the site. Because we don't really want to track like the suggestions. I just want it to end up in a GitHub issue or something. Free Scout, help this way. I just need some simple JS that lets me put a button on page to open a feed like form and then send it to an email or GitHub issue or similar. I don't want to build it from scratch. Feedback.js, here we go. Open source widget, thank you. That's what I've been looking for. Bromb. Architecture. Inline is an open source localization solution for apps that range for distinct components. The dashboard hosts this translation. Designed to be feedback widget for web apps designed for one-click self-hostable. What does that link to? ROM endpoint. Install Dino. No, don't want to do that right now. Don't want to close that form either. Getting started, run locally. Dino LAN installation. Configure your integration. Is there a Brom demo? Create a project. Self-describe this resort. Website builder. Brom.co. Brom.co. It's not HTTP. It's not HTTPS. Can't be reached. Can I just search brom.co? Can I search for that term? Brom.co. Maybe it's supposed to be .com? Maybe com? Bromcom. Rumble? Ugh. Sir, you have been blocked. Okay. Romb. Okay, I think I don't know what Brom means. Take a look at the docs. Okay. Is this big enough to be worthwhile looking into? Because I'm not seeing a lot of issues. Nothing seems to have been touched in a couple of years. The documentation looks weird. I mean, it's kind of what I want. So it might be worth looking into. Okay. What is feedback.js? Live demo. Yay, that's what I was looking for. Feedback. Okay, all right. This is what I wanted. Okay. All right. I think I take this as looking into. It'll be a little bit like I'll have to look a little bit better, but like I don't want to have something that's kind of weird and complex and then we don't know if it's working properly. What was the other thing? Discord sharing with images. Okay. Don't need that. How can I share text and image to Discord via a link? This is also the sort of thing where AI might to a DM or other server, then right-click, copy image address. Get the image URL. Sure. Create a link to Discord. Link in Discord. Format the link. Add more text. Upload directly. No link needed. How can I share? How can I let a user share something to Discord? Comma to a specific channel, server, and channel. Create a Discord application, yada yada yada. Construct authorization with the Discord. come via a link on our website. Okay, link directly to text name, channel's name. So right now, okay, so let's have a look at this right now. So if I go Thinky Games, dailies, I played today's puzzle. Let's do this, part of the job, right? Let's also clean up all my custom styling like that. Up a maze of trickery stairs we climb through dark narrow doorways. One around here. It is a line puzzle. All right. Trace a path from the entrance to the exit. Puzzle to every space along the way. So I know that the path needs to go into these corners. Oop, 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 oop. Nope, not necessarily there. It needs to pass through here. It needs to go through here. This corner. This corner. This corner. This corner. Like this. Like this. We need to pass through here. We don't know if we're connecting here. This could go this way, so this could go up or down. These, though, have to be like that. Yes. Okay, now this corner... So this needs to go up now, because it can't go down. So this needs to go like this. And then we have this. This could go this way. We gotta go this way. Could go this way. In fact, this is a corner, right? So we need to do this. So now we gotta do that. Now we have a corner here. And do they connect? We've got this. So now these connect. This connect. No. No. No, 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 no. No, no. Okay. We gotta do this. Because if we go straight up, then we can't go in that cell anymore. Every cell, yeah. So it gotta pass through every cell. So we gotta do this. Now we have a corner here. We don't have a corner here. Yeah, so this has gotta connect like that. This gotta do this. This gotta do this, right? No, it could go like this because we could do this. Okay, so we don't know where this goes. This corner does that. So we could do this and then they connect, or these and then these connect. Except they can't connect because then it's a loop. So we got to do this, and then these go like that. They go further. Now this got to go this way and this got to go that way. And now we can redo all of these. We have something similar going on here. We also had this and this. We had this. This doesn't have to go straight down. We have a corner here. So this area, if this does that, we have 3 in here and it won't work out in this area. It needs to be an even number, right? So this got to go down. This got to go up. This got to go across. No, it doesn't need to go across. This got to do this and then that. We got this, and we got that. And we got that. We got 3. If this goes out like this, again, we have 3 here. So this got to go this way. So that's got to go that way. We got to go this way. And then we got to do this and that. And that. And I guess we have to do this. Like that. And like that. Hey, look at that. I did it. All right. We did it. Chat, we did it. All right. So here we have a chat. We have a link. So right now, this link just goes to Discord. Oh, wait. Let us look exactly at what's happening. So if we look at network, clear this, we say preserve log, and then I would go here. So I'm guessing this URL does a 302 found and location header, I presume. Headers, location. So it just does a redirect. So we have a redirect from here to here. And then when we go here, this does another redirect. Of course it does. To here. No, wait, that's the path. It redirects to here. Now, I'm not sure if that's always what's going to happen, or if that's just a Discord thing, because that's supposed to be the proper one. Okay, so here it says link directly to a specific channel on a server. Click the invite icon next to the channel name. Okay, so the Thinky Games channel right now, if I go to the server, I say invite to server, copy. So invite to server generates this, which maybe is similar to that. I don't know. If I clear all of this and I go here, what does it do? It's probably similar to the other one, right? It just redirects to this. Okay, so it's just a short version of this and then just goes there. Okay, so we want to invite to the Thinky Dailies channel. Except I think it might be a thread. Invite to channel. Copy. Invite to channel. Okay. So if I do this, invite to channel, and then I'll say, can you Discord? It should... Why does it want me to log in again? Let me see if I can do that. Do I need to do something? Yes. Why do I have to log in again? I logged in earlier today. Discord. I'm not gonna mumble out my 2FA keys here on the stream. That would be silly. And welcome to Thinky Games. But it takes me to server guide. I don't know why I clicked that. That's just a Nitro ad. Continue to Discord. Let me try again. So that takes us to Thinky Games server guide, and this also takes us to Thinky Games server guide. But this one asks me to log in again. This is so strange. Why? No, why log in again? And why does this not ask me to do that? That's so weird. Maybe it's because this was created by an admin. No, it's doing this as well now. Okay, I don't know exactly what's going on here. The problem is, I think the fact that we end up on the server guide might be a setting on the Thinky Games server. Like, I don't think I can override that from here. I don't think I have permission to do this on the server in question, but that makes sense. Let me go on to admin. Yeah, there's no reason you would need to link to a specific channel. However, you invited should join the welcome, then move on to the channel in question. There are a few I can come up with. However, this specific request is for an event I'm working. The official Discord has a ton of channels within it. I want to link directly to our... Yeah, this is exactly our reason as well. I want them to click the link and it put them in direct connection with my team versus them getting dropped into the welcome channel and then having to look for our channel. We'll display add a link to the welcome channel. What? This is so dumb. If we're being direct, is to get the attendee direct into the channel as quickly as possible with the least amount of clicks. It's a fundamental rule when providing customer service. Yeah. Sure, why you'd pin it when a welcome channel can have direct text in it. Not sure how busy the welcome channel is. Very busy. It's a landing page for the events Discord. Jeez. This is so stupid. There's no reason you would need to link to a specific channel. I can link, so I'll have to click around looking for it yourself. Sorry, Discord. I don't think about this because a guy on Reddit said there's no reason for it. I'm a bot for linking... What? I'm a bot for linking direct images of albums with only one image. Okay. How to share a link without the previous one. How to create a share button on a website for Discord. Yes. And we're at Stack Overflow. I'm not sure that's good. You did it. Shut up. That is true. You were very quiet through the whole affair. MDN share. Yeah, no, that's not what we're. There's no such thing that exists already. Try to do something with the Discord API, but that would lead to many problems with not having to have access to their account. Create shareable. Create text that can be pasted in Discord and includes an image. Text and an image directly in a standard Discord message. You can send them in one go with a bot using something here. To be copied via a button on a website. Create a Discord message to combine text and image and a button. You need to use Discord webhooks, often started by a third party like Disco Hook or Embedinator. Below is a template, raw data JSON format that can. You have to create a button on a website that copies to a user clipboard, ready to be pasted in. But the Discord embed JSON. Okay. Okay, so that's maybe what we want, right? So we'll take this. Components. Check out this image, components, right? And then we'll do ready, write text ready to copy. If I just copy can I just paste that here? If I paste that here, this JSON as a string in a message. No. If I just paste that here. No, it definitely needs to have click. Clipboard.write text. Text to copy. Then this JSON defines a structure, embedded image and button. It can be sent via a webhook used to copy paste content. Go to discohook.org. What does that do? Hey, Discohook is welcome to discohook.app. You can view the current message by clicking here. You can access with no. Okay. Webhook URL. Content. Easiest way to personalize your Discord server. What is this about? Discord bot. Embed 1. What is it? Embed 2. I click here. I'll just go to app. Okay. Welcome to this easiest way to personalize your Discord server. It's brought to you free of charge. Options. Allow mentions. JSON editor. Okay. So what exactly am I supposed to do with this? Add message. Bonus message. Add webhook. No, send. Have no webhooks to send to. Okay, so we'll probably want to look into this. For Discord, look into the. So we have Discohook app, which I'm guessing does the webhook stuff. What else was there? Gemini mentioned something else. Website button, pasting into a chat box. This via a webhook. Often requires users to send this via a webhook endpoint. Oof, okay. But if I look at what they do, maybe best for a copy button. Yes. The direct image links. This JSON defines the structure embed link and can be sent via webhook or used to copy paste content. How can the JSON be pasted? Because JSON doesn't seem to be like, if I paste the JSON, it'll just be a string of JSON as a code block for this. If you don't want to use it to see the JSON code, use Markdown code block that provides standard clean output. No, come on. I want the user to be able to paste in Discord, and it should then include the image. So this is via a bot. JSON. Simple text for image link. Allow users to paste content that includes an image. You can't write them with a text block that includes the direct image URL. Okay. The app automatically generates a preview embedded of Okay, so if we go to the where is it? To the I don't know where it is. Let's start from here. If we well, if we go to Thinky Games dailies, right? If I go back in here, so if I do this, it'll pop up this. Okay, if I do this, it does that. But if I now look at the downloaded images, so if I refresh this and I look at puzzle intro images, right? So if I take this, that should be this, and if I go for the smaller one, let's say dash 100x100, and I'll do this, and we include this here, and then I'll say I paste this, it'll include that. It didn't. Okay, I pasted it in Discord. It included the image, and then I removed it again. That's annoying. If I just do this, okay. So the image, it gets a preview if it's just the image. If it's the link for the puzzle, okay. So what I'm looking at right now is basically the preview. So how can I change the image Discord shows for a link? Modifying the source HTML. So, for example, if we do this, why is this back? Didn't I change that? Didn't I disable the stylus things? Okay. So I presume we don't have the headers here. We do. So, what is the Discord header it wants me to change? OG image. So we really want to change OG image, and it's currently using main logo, which I'm guessing is what I'm seeing. So if I take this, is that what I'm seeing? No, it's not what I'm seeing. Twitter image. Is there a Discord image? Main logo. It's definitely not main logo. Ah, wait, it's a specific puzzle. If I go to 1-50. Right, and now we look at the header, and we look at, oh, okay, we don't have them here. Thinky Day is a daily, join our Thinky Day is a daily puzzle adventure. It does include an image, but I'm curious which one it is, right? Can I get preview? It is... It's gotta be one of these, right? No, it is none of these. Maybe it goes back to the root domain if it doesn't find one. So if I go back to the root domain, which one would it be? It is... This is part of it. This is so big. That's weird. Canonical, alternate, main logo, but that's not what it's using. It's not using that. It's not using that. Where does it get that image from? I'm looking at this. It does. Okay, there's Stinky Dailies. Maybe it gets it from the Dailies subdomain. Sorry, path. Maybe one of the preload images. There's so much stuff in here. Yeah, I'd like to streamline this a little as well. I am not seeing the image that I'm looking at here on Discord. No. It's still loading all these other ones as well. Unless I'm preserving log. Okay. I was preserving log. Okay, it's none of these. Because there was an image which is part of it, but why would it assemble it in that structure? Yeah, I'm not seeing it in any of these either. Thinky Daily's a daily puzzle adventure. That's the text that Discord pulls. Thinky Daily's a daily puzzle adventure. Join our Thinky friends. Okay, OG description. OG URL. OG URL. OG locale. Ah, Daily's embed. Is it this one? Okay. So we have OG image on the root, but we don't have it on the individual puzzles, I believe. So if I go back to here and I look at the headers, we don't have OG. Wait, OG image. OG image. Oh, wait, but this is the OG image. It's not using OG image from here. Why? Discord social sharing preview. Is there a way of previewing? Social share preview. So if we take this URL and we look at this preview, there was an error with this URL. What? What error? It loads just fine. What do you mean error? What error? Okay, wait. Let's start with Thinky Games. There was an error with URL. Okay. Your website is broken. Social media share preview. Let's try this one. Story. The rules to preview how it will share on social media is done by loading your open graph data. Could not resolve URL. What the hell are you talking about? What do you mean could not resolve URL? That doesn't make any sense. What are you doing? Internal server. Okay, so these are all not working. Previewing servers. No, not previewing a server. Social media share preview. How to make a link preview for Discord. Social media preview links. Collab links. How to fix social link sharing link previews. Can we not? Okay. Preview open graph. Preview social media share, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. If one of you actually functions and doesn't have a broken backend. Okay, here we go. All right. Okay. Okay. Finally. Thank you. So we can now also preview the dailies page like this. And then we can also oh, I just clicked something. Did I just close that? Yeah. We also want to preview the root. Can I just select? Geez, okay. I just want to select this. Where are we at? One sec. I gotta check where Toby is. I feel like I'm a bit out of it. I'm a little bit out of the loop. Where is my darling deer and our dog? Where is she? Can I find her? Okay, okay. All right. She's on the normal route with Toby. So, no, this is not what I wanted to do. I wanted to put that here and then check that. Okay, so that's the root. That's the thingy dailies. And then the per puzzle is the same as the thingy dailies, right? So what we want to do is we want to change the OG image. And I don't want to dig too deep into this, but basically that's probably part of the client puzzle page, which might even be open here somewhere. Let me just so much CSS, SCSS. Nobody look at this. This is not supposed to be public. This is not open source or anything. Client puzzle page, yeah. So I'm guessing the open graph sherry stuff, OG image, is probably handled by a component, yeah. And I'm trying to recall where that happens. Create metadata, dailies embed. So that's the dailies page, right? Expert const metadata, and then under here generate metadata. So it should actually wait, maybe it should already work. /dailies create metadata, create metadata, create metadata, create generate metadata. Wait a second, maybe this isn't being called properly. Category collection, generate metadata. So I'm guessing there's some duplication of code and it kind of got copied over from somewhere, and it's obviously it's basically a bug, right? So instead of this, it should be this, and the reason for that is, I don't know, generate metadata, no, create metadata, wait, generate metadata, create metadata from app metadata, okay, const metadata. And then generate metadata, right? And generate metadata, export async function. So generate metadata, promise, export, generate metadata, it's exported, but where is the exported function actually then gonna get used? Because these are all just the function definitions. Where is it actually getting called? And maybe this isn't being used at all anymore. Like here it's all exporting this. Exporting. This is the only place, but it's generate metadata underscore. So generate metadata open brace. With double space in front, no. Yeah, this is not executed anywhere. Okay. Next.js generate metadata. Is that something from Next.js? Define static metadata exports. Generate dynamic metadata depends on dynamic information such as current route, blah, 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 can be set by exporting a generate metadata function that returns metadata object. Resolving generate is part of the rendering of the page if the page can be pre-rendered. Resolved from generate metadata can be streamed after sending the initial UI. Seriously? Does this actually work? Oh, can be added layer.js. Okay, so is it maybe in the layer.js file? I'm gonna have a very quick look. Layout, I think. Daily's layout. No metadata. Okay. Metadata. Puzzles. Metadata. There. And then page. Generate metadata. I feel like there might be a conflict. Next.js, conflict between metadata and generate metadata. If you can export both a static metadata and a dynamic generate metadata function with the same server component, but not from the exact same file, the two methods are designed to work together with data from the metadata object being merged with the results from generated in a specific order of precedence. Okay, metadata from parent layouts are shallowly merged from metadata. So is it possible that we also are exporting metadata from here and that's why it doesn't work? Because if I look here at title, no, it is correct. But it's too late, I imagine. I imagine if I go to sources and I do a something, can I disable JavaScript? Is there a JavaScript disabling happening here somewhere possible? JavaScript bracket folding. Disable JavaScript. Right, network select autocomplete. I'm guessing when I disable JavaScript, the first one works, the other one doesn't. DevTools disable JavaScript. I'm gonna disable command menu. What's the command menu? Control-Shift-P. JavaScript. There we go. Boom. So if I now refresh and then go here, no, it's here. Image. Image is still main logo, right? Why does it not show the correct open graph? Discord not showing correct open graph information. It looks like it's pulling it from the higher path. Add a query, append a unique arbitrary parameter to the URL when you're sharing it again, Discord. The angle bracket's optional, sometimes repetition and brackets are website open graph tags. Comma showing from a path, from a parent path instead. Just goes to parent path instead of the current. It usually means the scraper isn't finding the reading your site's metadata. You need to check the server caching. OG tag are in the head, verifying correct tag format. All right. Open graph tag validator. Maybe they are broken in some way, and maybe that's why the other checking things didn't. Oh, what is it missing? Worker scan. What graph tag can help? Why should you fix? Okay, the firmware I'm missing from this web page. Now that's not true. OG URL is right here. That is not true. This script is on the debuggers. Wait, what's going on here? Source map script for file, don't show again. Why is this here? What's this alert icon showing? I know it's because the JavaScript is disabled, but where do I re-enable it? Auto-completion. Ah, here we go. And why is this back again? Why? Can I just go here and like... Why are these getting... No. No, what are you doing? Just don't have these running. I need that right now. So I still... Yeah, this doesn't make sense. Also, this is not telling me anything useful. Open graph. Tag validator. Like, these are not validating. They're just like trying to take your money for some bollocks. Issues found. Title short. Image template. Dynamic automatic running OG. No. Yeah, so this is... Can I see what the data is? Because that's not it. Yeah, this is not the meta tags code for this page. If I do this, and I do this, and now look at the raw OG data here, it's not this, unless there is... This is weird. Meta property OG URL. So if I look OG URL, this is not what it thinks it's there. This is so bizarre. Is this some weird caching thing? If I do a curl of this, right? Just a moment. And then it does a what? Don't tell me we have a built-in redirect here. Challenge error. IEX. Let's have a quick look. And don't run a freaking big update now, Firefox. I use it so infrequently that every time I sit here waiting for it to update. Can I also do a incognito window trial here? If I do this, right? And I say JavaScript, and I say disable JavaScript. And I also look at this and scroll down where it says disable JavaScript. Okay. Can I do this and then see everything and say load? And if I look at Why is this at 307? What? Temporary redirect. What the heck? Why? Why does it Oh, because I'm not logged in. Okay. All right. Okay. Fine. If we go back to here, and I clear everything, and I clear all this, and then I refresh, and I don't just look at images, but I look at everything. And I look at this, and I look at this. It's right there in the original file. Now, there's a whole bunch of other crap happening, but these tags are there. They're not like doubled up or anything. I mean, there's a whole ton of JavaScript getting loaded before these tags, which is no bueno. Like, the meta text should definitely be there before, but there's definitely something here that any of these meta tag any of these tools aren't getting the proper meta tags. Okay. Ah, here we go. These are all terrible. Edit text, preview, edit, and generate. What? No. I don't. What is that? All right, I'll probably want to look at our Google info as well. Error occurred undefined. Hey guys, hey Pooch. Well, how are all these tools so broken today? Like, this is horrible. Just a moment. Because we probably have some weird stuff going on. Oh, I get it. Because they're not logged in. Ah, geez. Okay. Okay, I got it. Discord comes, checks, is not logged in, doesn't get the info. Yeah. We probably... Okay, all right. I think I know what to do then. Basically what we need is we need a special version of the page for non-logged in users where depending on if we want to... I mean, this might all go away once we have once we're out of the test phase, so it might not necessarily be something we have to think about. Okay, all right. Let me look at the task quickly. Adding art to result sharing. Yeah. Okay. All right. I think I know what's going on. Yeah. All right. Okay. I'm kind of satisfied with that, I suppose. Also, let's re-enable JavaScript so I don't wonder later on what the hell is going on, why nothing works. All right. This goes back into the puzzle. All right. I think this is kind of it for today. Excuse me, holy moly, there's a lot of stuff. What was the to-do for today? We looked into that. We haven't completed it, and we hadn't looked into that, which I apologize for. I know that was a big thing, but it's also kind of a big ask. Let's do some Thinky Dailies puzzles. I'm kind of behind, so let's start with number 44 from January 12th. Don't know why I'm so far behind. Or maybe because I've been... yeah, because I've been working on this stuff, but I've been just
using the same test thing. Yeah, it's the redirect. Probably what I would suggest for us to do is that we add, like, if it's a redirect, we'll add a parameter, and then we'll decide if we want to show this info, i.e. for the sharing, you know, the link and the thing, and then just modify the image, the open graph stuff when that parameter is given. All right, what is this? It's a 1-star puzzle. So these are all 1-star here. Then of course, yeah, right click. Yeah, that's on my to-do list as well. Is that that for touch, the first becomes the cross and the second touch becomes the star, where currently it's the other way around, and people don't even know that that's an option. Okay, we know there's a star here and not here anymore. Now we know they need, oh, there's no star here either. There's a star here or here. There's a star in one of these two, so not here. So there's a star in one of these three, so not here. So a star here, not here, not here. One of these two is okay. Not here because there's a star in one of these two. So that's a star. All right. So there's a star in here, so it can't be here. Bottom row has got to be here, so it can't be here. These three, these two. So there's got to be a star here because we need 3 stars, and there's 1, 2, 3 regions, so that can't be a star. That can't. Wait. This crosses 4 regions. So we could have a star here, 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 and here. Yeah. But I think this one cannot be here. Could it? Yes, it could, because we could have a star here. Okay. I don't know what I'm talking about. Never mind. We've got a star in one of these two. Star in one of these two, so none of these are a star, so that's a star. That's not a star. These two... 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Ah, no. But this one would... Yeah, this can't be a star because it's eliminated from all 3 here anyways. One of these two is a star. So now one of these two is a star, one of these two is a star. Okay, fair enough. One of these two in this row, that's the only option. So now we're like this, and that's not a star. One of these two, but not that one. And here we go. Let's do one more, and then we'll call it a day. I feel like I did a couple of useful things, and I got really close to following the task list, actually. So that's not terrible. Ooh, it's one of those puzzles. I'm really bad at these. It's a hidden clue puzzle. Oh, all right. We have postal directions 92173. We have Eureka Drive, Aha Terrace, 2 downtown, and we have 3 different stamps with the number 789. And what do we need to enter? Arrows. Okay. Arrows. And we don't know how many either. Look for hidden clues in puzzle. Mission. Try to find the directions pigeon must follow once you see. Okay. How do the pigeons need to go? I mean, this looks like an arrow to the left, but that might be false. 789. We have a 2 here. We have an 80 here. 66. 2. 6680. Postal. Oh, okay. 5 arrows. All right. So the first arrow corresponds to the digit 9. So stamp-wise, it could be this one. But we only have 3 letters. So I also this stamp has a circle. This has 2 circles and triangle. Maybe that's the number of directions that need to be followed. So maybe this has 3, then this has 1, and this has 1. So it could be 9. Oh, wait. What's going on with this guy's eyes? 1 up. So maybe the 1 means up. The 9 looks like up. 7 is to the left. So I would say 9 is up. 1 is up. And 7 is to the left. And then 2 is down, as in downtown. And then 3 is... We don't have a 3. It looks kind of like the 8. But Do we have anything specifically referencing a 3? We have 4 pigeons. The third pigeon is winking. It's looking to the right. No, I don't know what the 3 is. I think the 7 is... Ah, wait, no. I thought... Wait a second. Wait. So, 9 is up. I'm just going with the tree. 2 is down, as in downtown. 1 is the winky face, up. 7 goes to the left for Eureka Drive. And 3... I don't see a 3. Don't see a 3. Both eyes, 2 eyes, 1 eye, no eyes. Weirdness. 3 pigeons, 2 black, 2 white. 3 letters. 80 on the Eureka Drive. 66. Aha, Terrace doesn't mean anything to me. What's the 3 reference? Oh, 3 is up. Yeah, look. His little birdie paws. Okay, alright, that was a weird one. But I feel like I'm kind of catching on to these little guys. These little puzzle hidden... Okay, this is just a Sudoku, right? So W goes here. Onward. O goes here or here. N goes over here. W goes here. Goes here. W goes here. And then here. Okay. A goes here. So it goes here. Here. N goes here. O is over here. O goes in one of these two. R in one of these two. R goes here. Not here, not here. R, one of these two. O is here or here. So it's not here. Oh, it's not here. Here. So O can't be here. O is here. So O is here. O is in one of these two. O is in one of these two. O is in one of these two. R. Oh, on. Oh, N. Okay. N goes here or here. On. Ward. O and D goes in these two. Onward. D. D is here or here. Here or here. D can't be here because it'll eliminate D from this box. On. O N. O and N. A R D. A R D in these 3. Onward. A goes here. N. Onward. Onward. N. No. These two are O and D. Onward. Word R. This one can't be in these 3. So this has to be N or W. Okay. Ward A and O. No. N goes here. N goes here. On ward. It's so different, like letters versus numbers. My brain does not like that at all. ARD. RD goes in these 2. On ward. RD on O. On N. Onward. Okay. O and A. Yeah, we knew that. Ward. O and D. OD. On war R and D. RD. O is in one of these. OD or OR? Ward RD ORD ODR ORD. N is in one of these. N's got to be here. D is in one of these three, not in this one. RD. Ward O RD ORD. Ward AR O AR O AR O AR. Okay, no. Ward RD RD. ARD. A in one of these two. A in one of these two. RD. A on ON. O. N. Oh. Okay. A can't be here. Gotta be here. On. Ward. R. Alright. O in one of these two can't be here. On. And then. Oh. Shoot. No. Wait. O and A go here. A can't be here. A can't be neither. A can't be... no, we got something wrong. We got something wrong. We got to start over. Sorry, we got something wrong. W. On... Ward. W. W, W, W. A and N. Onward. A and N. No. A... RN. R and N goes in these two. D doesn't go in any of these. D could be W. Wait, W was here, here, here. So W in one of these two. W is in one of these two. W is in one of these two. So that's a W. So now W is here. R is here or here. This can't be in any of those three. So it's got to be an N or W. So it's got to be an N. D got to be here. O and A goes in these two. Fair enough. D. R. N. R. N. W. Ward. R. N. D. O. D in these two. Nope. Not useful. D can't be here. D. D here or here. O is here or here. I wish I could pencil mark. I want pencil marking so badly. N. So N goes here. A and O. O-A. So this is an R. Onward. Ward. D. O. D. O. D. O. A. Ward. O. N. O here. N here. Onward. Right. N. 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 We got all the N's. Woohoo! All right. W. Can't be here. W. W. Can't be here. Gotta be here then. All right. Got all the W's. A. A. Gotta be in one of these two. Gotta be one of these two. Can't be here. Gotta be one of these two here. So these two and these two. And here or here. Okay. Not useful. O. O. Oh, one of these two. O can't be here. One of these two. So one of these two and one of these two. Here and here. Okay. O, N. And we have all of them. On W. W. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have all the W's. A. We've got an A. We've got two A's. We need a bunch more. So A here or here. A here or here. Okay. R's. We have two R's. We've got an R here. 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 And here. Okay, not super helpful. RD. D. We have a D here. A D here or here. we have a D here or here. And in these three, because that can't be a D, so we have a B in these two or here. But there's a D here or here. D here or here. Okay. I feel like... Okay, let's have a look at the hints, see how useful they are. You'll be able to complete the top left fairly quickly, with a little help for the second region along the bottom. Okay. Second tip. Next, you'll be able to fill in all the W's. We've done that. Even though we only have one O, we can actually say quite a lot about where the O's will appear. Put an O here. We know it's here. So we know there's going to be an O here. O here, here, here. Okay. 4 of the remaining O's will have pairs of positions can appear, leaving the final O with only one possible position. Pair. Yeah, we did that. For that, you'll be able to fill in all the N's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We did that. From then on, you can make progress by checking almost complete rows, columns, and regions, seeing where the remaining list can possibly go. Almost complete by 2. A and O. A and O. Okay. A and O. R. R goes in one of these two. So this is O or D. O or D. Ward. A-R. On what? A-R-D. 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 War. O-N. Oh, no. N-O. O-D. O-D. A-R. O-A-R. 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 Yeah, I'm missing something. Onward. R-D. A. O. This can't have an O. O goes here. A. No O. A. No O. R. No R here. R here. R here. A. R. D. Word. I'm missing something. There's got to be a square that sees everything from another most like this. I know this is the same as this. Okay, so it can't be a D, can't be an A. On, so O on or can't be a D. Okay, because if this is a D, then this would have to be a D, so it's got to be an R. So one of these is the D and the other one is the A. AD. Okay, R O D O D O on A D A D A ward on ward OD. And then here we go with O and A. Ward on word. I feel so dumb by because I'm not using digits. Hey, there we go. Alright, that was weirdly tough. I wonder how much easier it would be if it's just digits 1 through 6. Probably a lot easier. The trail leads to more graffiti. This one, you should check this out yourself. thinkygames.com/dailies. New puzzle every day. Season 1 is almost done. And then we'll start with Season 2. Puzzle rules. This is a Scrabble puzzle inspired by the board game with the same name. Please place the words in the grid so they form one connected group while ensuring each word appears only once. Keep in mind that all the words must form a connected group. Each word can only appear once. Words must appear left, right, top to bottom. Connected letters can't form any words not listed in the puzzle. Oh. Place the words in the grid so they form one connected group while ensuring each word appears only once. Okay, we are still watching. So the W in the watching needs to match. And still can only match on the T and the I. And watching is quite long. Watching is 8. So watching is going to be across. So still needs to go up from top to bottom. R is connected to watching, I'm guessing. Unless it's connected to we. Except we can't because we is too short. Because if it's we, then the E would connect in a weird way. What I don't know is how I'm gonna limit watching. So still, because watching could be either in line 2, sorry, line 3 or line 4. So still with the I here, or it could cross at the T. Huh. So W is somewhere here. We are what we. So it's WE. So it's something like this, right? And then watching. But it could be... Oh, wait, no. Oh, no, I'm an idiot. Okay. I thought... So it's... Okay. So we... Watching. Then still. And then R needs to go ER. Then we can't have ER here. Wait a second. Watch. Could have what? We could still further over. Where does the R go? If it goes from the A, we have an ER here, which doesn't look good. If it's the E, it doesn't. Wait. We could do R, and then the we could be here. Oh, but then now we're connected to the still. Okay, so now the still needs to move over, which means now the watching needs to move. So the still needs to connect via the I. So the watching needs to come down. So we have a W here. Not here. A-R-E. Watching. And then we have a still here. Watching. Watching. And then this would be STILL. There we go. Okay, so there was only one solution. All right, just need to get my head around that. I've never done one of these before, so I'm a little slow. All right, let's see. I think that's just a simple path puzzle. So we do the usual thing where we fill in all the corners. So we know the path has to enter and exit each corner. We need to do this. So we need to do this. This is a corner which either goes this way or this way, but we don't know exactly. We need to go through here. Not necessarily down there. Do we need to connect here? I'm not sure. We need to do this. We need to do this. Now we need to do this. Now we need to do this. We need to do this and this. I guess we need to do this now. We also need to do this. We need to do... No, we could do this. Do these connect? I'm not sure. I am not sure. If this connects across, we'll end up with something like this. Like, we could do this. Wait. Wait, what? Also, why do these not connect to the arrows? That's weird. They did in past puzzles. Yeah, we can't do that. Can we do this? I do this. No. So we can't do that up here, I think. So we need to do this. And now we can do this and this. Hey, there we go. Okay, so that resolves that. All right. I'll leave the rest for you guys to enjoy. That's thinkinggames.com/dailies. You need to apply for the sort of preview pass, but soon they will all be available. That's it. Thanks for watching today. And Toby is jumping up.
but he doesn't understand that after streaming I need to go to the bathroom. Anyway, thanks for watching. Take care, guys, and have a good rest of your weekend. Bye.